Giants fans, buckle up. After 3 long weeks of NFL free agency silence on the trenches, the New York Giants finally pulled the trigger on a defensive tackle, and it's already sparking major debate about whether this team is truly fixing its biggest problem. The move is simple. New York just signed 27-year-old nose tackle Sam Roberts to a 1-year veteran minimum deal. He's 6'5", 300 pounds, a former 6th-round pick by the Patriots out of Northwest Missouri State. Roberts bounced from New England to the Panthers and landed with the Falcons last season, where he saw action in just 5 games and 74 total snaps on the interior. Here's why this actually matters. For 4 straight years under GM Joe Schoen, the Giants have ranked dead last in the NFL in rushing yards allowed and yards per carry. They traded away Leonard Williams, and right now the entire interior defensive line basically runs to one man, Dexter Lawrence. When he's on the field, opponents average 5.2 yards per play. When he's off, that number jumps to 6.7. The drop-off is brutal, and it's been killing them in the standings. Now let's get into the real breakdown. This is a classic buy low depth ad. Roberts showed legit pop in limited work last year, especially against his old Patriot squad. He graded out in the high 80s defensively, notched 2 pressures, 3 tackles, and 2 stops for negative plays in 1 game alone. The guy can push the A-gap and has the size to clog lanes. But here's the hard truth. Depth is not the same as dominance. The Giants don't just need warm bodies. They need guys who can eat 400-plus snaps and stone the run at the point of attack. Roberts is only 267 career snaps total. That's not a needle mover next to Lawrence. That's insurance. Strategically, this signing feels like a hedge while they wait on the draft. They've got the 37th overall pick and just 2 selections inside the top 100. If they don't use one on a true defensive tackle who can start right away, this run defense stays broken. You can't keep asking an unproven second-year guy like Darius Alexander to make a massive leap, or hope Robertson Harris suddenly becomes a difference maker. The risk is real. Another season of opponents gashing them on the ground, forcing Lawrence to play 90% of snaps, and watching the entire defense wear down by week 10. Fans and media are already reacting exactly how you'd expect, a mix of cautious hope and straight-up frustration. Giants Twitter is split. Some are giving the front office credit for adding competition on the cheap, while others are calling it another example of too little, too late. National analysts are pointing out the obvious. The Giants talked big about fixing the run defense at the Combine, yet here we are in late March with only a rotational piece added. The locker room knows it too. This unit has been historically bad since Schoen took over, and one low-risk signing doesn't flip the script overnight. So what happens next? 2 clear paths. Best case, Roberts turns into a reliable rotational force who keeps fresh legs on the line. The Giants nail a starter at pick 37. Darius Alexander explodes in year 2, and suddenly the run defense climbs out of the basement. It gives Big Blue a real shot to compete in a wide-open NFC East and actually make some noise in the playoffs. Worst case, Roberts is exactly what his snap count suggests. A solid depth guy who can handle starter reps. The draft misses on the interior, and the Giants once again watch teams run all over them. Dexter Lawrence ends up exhausted by December. The defense collapses late, and another season slips away in the trenches. Giants fans, the big question is right in front of us. Is Sam Roberts the first step toward finally fixing one of the league's worst run defenses, or just more proof that the plan in the trenches still has holes? Drop your take in the comments right now, best case believer or worst case worried. Let me know if you're all in on this front office or ready for more moves before the draft. If you want every breaking NFL story delivered with straight analysis and no fluff, smash subscribe and turn on notifications because SportsWire USA is locked in on the wire all off-season long.